and the Democrats, Nick, they want us to believe that they can accept this money and it has no effect on how they vote. That's what they want us to believe.
No, I was just saying Nancy Pelosi says that with a straight face. Like that was the insider trading story I reported on here before, when you had a reporter that asked Nancy Pelosi to his face, like, "Yo, you guys are literally working on legislation." I'm trying to remember exactly what industry it was. I think it was like some sort of Wall Street reform or something like that. And then they were like, "Bro, Pelosi, you literally just got stocks in this company." She
does that all the time.
Actually, I think I'm maybe butchering the story, but I showed the clip. Maybe I'll find it again. So this is the Nancy Pelosi insider trading. This video is classic, and this should be required viewing for every fucking citizen that exists. This is Trumpism. Just keep that in mind while you watch this video. What you see for Nancy Pelosi is Trumpism, and I will explain when the clip.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her husband have participated in at least 8 IPOs. One of those came in 2008 from Visa, just as a troublesome piece of legislation that would have hurt credit card companies began making its way through the House. Undisturbed by a potential conflict of interest, the Pelosi's purchased 5,000 shares of Visa at the initial price of $44. 2 days later, it was trading at $64. The credit card legislation never made it to the floor of the House. Congresswoman Pelosi also declined our request for an interview, but agreed to call on us if we attended her news conference.
Madam Leader, I wanted to ask you why you and your husband back in March 2008 accepted and participated in a very large IPO deal from Visa. At the time, there was major legislation affecting the credit card companies making its way through it.
Just in case you're not following, this is this reporter actually calling Pelosi out for her corruption to her face. Like, you guys see, it was on the Visa credit card. Just to correct myself earlier, he calling her out for this. You guys want to see her Trumpian response?
This major legislation affecting the credit card companies making its way through the House. And would you consider that to be a conflict of interest?
I don't know what your point is of your question. Is there some point that you want to make with that?
Well,
CJ, that sound just like Kamala Harris. That sound like Kamala Harris to me. Go ahead.
And the only thing I want to add, and I'll let the clip finish. This is why I wanted to pull the clip up. Remember what you said? Remember what you said, that these Democrats, they take these bribes and then they gaslight the public, like, me?
Right.
Me? Are you calling me corrupt? Oh, the audacity. You see that? That's her response. That's literally what you said, right? Now let's finish this. I want to get your reaction.
I guess what I'm asking is, do you think it's all right for a speaker to accept a very preferential and favorable stock deal?
Well, we did.
And you participated in the IPO.
Well, I had many
and at the time you were Speaker of the House. You don't think it was a conflict of interest or had the appearance of a conflict of interest?
It only has appearance if you decide that you're going to have elaborate on a false premise. But it's not true, and that's that.
I don't understand what part's not true.
Yes, that I would act upon an investment. Yes.
Congresswoman Pelosi pointed out that the tough credit card legislation eventually passed, but it was 2 years later and was initiated in the Senate.
I will hold my record in terms of fighting the credit card companies as a Speaker of the House or as a member of Congress up against anyone's.
She is terrible, Nick. She is terrible.
Remember, I told you guys, keep in mind Trump when you watch this. Now, do you guys understand why I don't have Trump derangement syndrome? Think about her reaction to that. Think about any Trump clip you've seen. When they call him out for his corruption, what's Trump do? He lies and he attacks the media. That is literally what Nancy Pelosi did. What do you guys think Donald Trump get his shit from? Donald Trump is a part of the club. He is a member of the oligarchy. He knows the same tricks as they do. The problem with Donald Trump is he is so dumb. He is so uncharismatic. He is not a trained politician.
Right.
He was doing the same techniques as them, but he wasn't as smooth. He was clumsy, so people would see it. But so what Pelosi did there was the same thing Trump did: deny, get aggressive, and attack the reporter. She's like, how dare you? The audacity, right? So what's your reaction to that clip, CJ?
But the thing is, you don't see reporters do. You see that less and less reporters doing that. So I just want to say, just him doing that. I know Abby Martin just did it to her in the COP COP26 when she brought up the whole 130 countries, the military pollutes. So then that's excluded from this whole climate summit. I don't know if you saw that from Abby Martin, but that's what this reminds me of. But you just to speak to her reaction is as if, what do you mean taking? So you're saying me making that money change my vote on something? Like, yeah. That would change your vote. Like, just the fact that these people think we don't think they're corrupt when they do this, as if what, like they're offended, like what you said, like she felt like she's offended, but it's what she was doing is they're chastising the media, saying, how dare you? You're supposed to be part of my class. How dare you bring this up? Like, I get you're supposed to play the game like you're really challenging me when you're not, because you're owned by a corporation that funds me. But how dare you step out of the lines of what's appropriate questioning during this time? How dare you bring up a undeniable fact that I'm corrupt in front of everybody, for everybody to see, without any of my PR people here to back me up? That's essentially, to me, what I saw. Nick, go ahead.
It's always revealing what you said, right, CJ? It's always revealing when you see how shocked they are.
Yeah.
Like, these politicians are so used to having friendly connections with the media. Once again, the whole Chris Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo thing, I'm telling you guys, that is standard Washington behavior. Cuomo is so dumb. The Cuomo brothers are so arrogant and dumb. They thought they can do it out in the open. They got caught. That's literally all it is. There are people that are way smoother than them. They now work their contact. Do you guys remember when WikiLeaks hacked Hillary? Well, they got the emails right, and it showed that the Hillary Clinton staff and their team had a list of reporters in the media that are their go-to. That was revealed in WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks released that, right? So it will show that they, like, whenever something, I want to find that list. It's been a long time.
And nobody says nothing about it. Like, are some of those reporters still working? Or some of those?
I'm gonna see if I can find the receipt for you guys. But I've been covering this. But my point is, this is standard operating procedure. So that's why the Cuomo story doesn't surprise me. And also, do you guys remember when Biden and their administration, and this is standard procedure as well, that Trump did, to be fair, Barack Obama did, to be fair, they have reporters, and in order for them to ask questions to the president, they have to have their questions screened. What? Wait, are you telling me that the so-called fourth estate, the reporters, that their job, who is supposed to question the ruling class, they have to get your permission to ask them a question? John Legend, is that your democracy? John Legend. He's the one who he thinks this is a democracy, right? Dude, this, if you said that about another country, well, I'm sure other countries do, you'd be like, yo, this is some crazy ass authoritarian, fucking First Amendment violating shit. But that's standard operating procedure here. And I'm not even talking about the presidency. Try to ask Joe Manchin a question. Try to ask Kristen Sinema a question. Hell, try to ask Bernie Sanders a question. If I was to ask Bernie Sanders a question about foreign policy or something he weak on, good luck getting that question asked. Just in general. I'm not trying to attack Bernie, but I'm just saying that's how it is in general. But what kind of society creates this? The fourth estate, their job is to hold politicians accountable. But our reporters have to ask them permission for tough questions.
Right. And they in order to get access, they don't never do any bad stories. And what I remember that Wolf interview when she had Nancy Pelosi on, and it was about stimulus checks. And he was like, why don't you just take with Donald Trump? And she just got incensed, like, how dare you? But the thing is, do you think Wolf Blitzer is going to get her on an interview again? It's the ability of them to deny access to press, right? Because if you're able to deny, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, because this is just one thing in this whole process, Nick, and this whole duopoly and this whole issue is just one of the many things, the tentacles of why this whole thing needs to be just tore down.